Gloucester Rugby Heroes returning to Kingsholm. I've got two of the stars of the team with me, Mike Tindall and Olivier Azam. Tins, good to be back.
Yeah, it's been obviously 2.5 years now, 3 years. Hasn't changed much. Everything's pretty much the same changing spot. But no, I'm looking forward to it. I still love playing, so I love going in. We managed to get a lot of the old boys together and have a laugh. And there's already been a lot of banter on WhatsApp to Ludo because apparently he's eaten three small children, carrying a bit. So let's see if he's been training. But Zed's been giving it to him on WhatsApp along with Eustace, which is quite funny that Eustace is giving banter to Ludo when his nickname was Butterbean. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of shape the boys are in, and we'll have a run around. Last time I saw you play, you were playing in Victory Park for Minchinhampton against Keynes Cross in Gloucestershire Division 3. Has that kept you in shape? Yeah, I haven't. I love playing for them when I can, but normally it's only probably 4 to 6 times a year. But it does keep me. They have got a great club down there. There's touch games every Thursday night, and then there's the main training for the first team squad on Tuesday, and then you turn up for as many games as you can get. So it keeps me involved. It keeps my hands on the ball, and then do other stuff outside that to try and keep in shape. It's always the issue when you've retired, is trying, isn't it? Yeah. Motivation is not as high. That's for certain. Ollie, what sort of shape are you in?
Well, we'll see on the day. No, I haven't touched a rugby ball for a while. I've stick to coaching. Trying to stay in shape. I got a 7-year-old boy, so I do a lot of practice with him because he loves his rugby. But apart that, not really much. It's you give so much of your body when you play, when you do your season, and your career. So by the end, I think the body he can't take no more. So it's good to give it a rest. But I think what's most important for the game, for the legend hero or hero game. How do you call it, Lamy? Gloucester Rugby Heroes, sorry. What would be good is to meet up with some of the old boys and spend a good day together.
Yeah, I mean, you two will have played with just about everyone in that team. How much, sort of, do you stay in touch with the people in there, or are there some faces that you won't have seen for a while?
Well, some of the guys you stay in touch more than others, but I think when you see each other, we had a reunion for another event not long ago, and it's always nice to see people. I haven't seen Mike for probably 4 or 5 years now, and you take. He starts where again the same, it's the same feeling. It's good to see people. You spend so much time when you're in a team with every day, and you work so hard together, and the camaraderie is there forever.
I think friendships are built quite deep when you've played with a guy. I mean, I played with Zed for 7 years or something. You end up getting to go to some dark places with each other. So the friendship is well structured, so that when you haven't seen each other for that long, it's not a big issue. You catch up on the everyday stuff, and then suddenly you're back to where you were anyway. And I think that's the beauty of our sport in some respects, that there are friendships that last for a long time, and when people are down, and maybe haven't spoken to them for 7 years, and you hear they're going through a tough time, they're often the first guys to pick up the phone and get in touch. So it's always good. I still love it. I still love playing the game. I love catching up with all the guys because it involves having a beer and having a laugh, and that's, if you're lucky enough to be able to do that while supporting 3 great charities, then it's pretty easy to do.
And you've been heavily involved in Rugby for Heroes over the years. Just how attached have you become to it, and how good is it that it's got a part of Gloucester being at Kingsholm for 125 years and the celebrations marking that?
I think it's great that Gloucester have sort of taken on Rugby for Heroes to do that. The rugby's always had a strong connection with the military. We've all been on army camps. We've all been on pre-season hell trips where we get beasted, and that's sort of, I think, to a lesser extent, rugby carries the same morals, the same ethics as what the military does in terms of the way they need to bond as a team, and I think it's just a natural fit for rugby to sort of help them with that transition from when they finish their military life back to civilian life, and they deserve a bit of support, and whatever we can give them is is worthwhile.
And Ollie, it's a hybrid match against Salford Red Devils Legends. You're always one for talking to the referee. How much of a negotiating part are you having in agreeing the rules?
Well, it's in process. Apparently, the rules have not been set exactly.
We were going to play a very, very complex game where it was basically rugby league would play rugby union in their own half, and then rugby league in our half, and vice versa for rugby union. Have watched it on YouTube. There are some teams that are pretty good at it, but when you're throwing it together on the off, we thought it might be a bit tough. So I think it's going to end up just being a half of rugby league, half of rugby union, and then we'll toss a coin to who goes first.
Ever played rugby league before, either of you?
Well, I did play rugby league actually when I was young at college, because it's quite a easier game to play when you're young, and I think it's quite enjoyable if you're fit.
Big
So,
if, isn't it?
yeah, exactly.
I've played a couple of times. I've been at school up north. It's such a strong culture up there that we played it a couple of times at school. But apart from that, never played it for a prolonged period. But yeah, fitness needs to be. It's probably tricky on the old quads. Getting back those 10 metres is never easy.